Hi, you're going to learn about adding integers on a number line. And I'm going to use this sentence frame to help out. All the details are here. This right here, this first number is your starting point. This operation tells you the direction you have to face. This sign tells you to go forward or backward. And this number tells you how many spaces to move forward or backward. So we can go with the easy and do 4 plus 1. Now we would start, this is the starting point, you start at positive 4 and you have to face, now facing is right here, so this is facing the positive direction. I'm just going to circle positive. So we have positive 4, so I'm going to have a little guy here and he's going to face the positive direction. And now we are going to move, this tells us forward or backward. Right here, I'm looking at this right here, and that's a positive 1. So that means I'm going to move forward one space. Move one space forward. So that means I'm going to move one space forward, which is right here, and my answer is 5. Positive 5. But you already knew that 4 plus 1 is 5. And we're just using these simple ideas to expand on it and go on to these integer problems where integers are positive and negative whole numbers. Okay, let's go with this. How about 4 minus 1? Now we know 4 minus 1 is 3. We already know that. Great. But let's use the sentence frame. We start at positive 4. So positive 4. And this is telling me the facing direction, and that facing is towards the negatives right there. So I have positive 4. I got the legs, and I'm facing the negatives, so I have to face this direction right there. And now this tells me if it's negative, I move backwards. If it's positive, I move forward. And that is a positive 1. So I'm going to move forward one space. So move one space forward. My answer is, I land on it, positive 3. Okay, how about negative 4 plus 1? Okay, I start at negative 4. And here's my guy at negative 4. I face there we go, the positive direction. And because that tells me the facing direction right there. And so I face the positive direction and I move forward. So this is still positive right here. Positive 1, so I move forward one space forward. And I move one space forward, and I arrive at negative 3. So it's negative 3. How about negative 4 minus 1? Okay, I start at negative 4. I face this is the facing direction right there. I face the negatives. So I have negative 4. I face the negative direction. And I'm going to move one space forward. Because if you look at that, we've already dealt with that. That's telling us facing the direction. This is telling us move forward or backward. And this is a positive 1, so I move forward 1. Forward 1 right there. My answer is negative 5. Okay. Let's try a couple others. How about negative 3 minus negative 2? We start at negative 3, and start at negative 3. I face, the facing direction is towards the negatives. So I face towards the negatives right there. And now we're starting to see this sign right here. That's negative 2. So that's telling me move backwards right there. See, that's forward or backwards. Had that been positive 2, I would have moved forwards. But that is a negative. So I'm going to move backwards 2. 1, 2. right here, I arrive at -1. So I face the, I had to face the negative direction. I had to move 2 spaces backward because it was negative, and my answer was -1. How about -1 minus 3? Okay, I start at -1. Here's my -1, and I start there. I face the negative direction, so I'm going to face the negative direction right there. And I move 3 spaces. And I've already dealt, students think, okay, that means I'm going to move backwards. No, 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 that's the facing direction. This now is a +3. So I'm going to move forward 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and I arrive at -4. So the answer is -4. Okay, how about 5 minus -1? I start at +5, starting. I face the negative direction, so I start at +5. I face the negative direction. I move 1 space, but this is telling me right here I have to move backwards.